Today that Khalid Sheikh Mohammed coming back for return engagement in the shadow of the once mighty World Trade Center he once bragged about destroying. Now, leaving aside whether the 9/11 mastermind should be tried in New York, former New York police investigator Bo Dietl wonders why the millions of dollars in security and police should be paid and borne by the folks of the city of New York. Bo, welcome. Well, we are talking millions here, aren't we?
I think it's about $75 million a year estimate that's going to be for the New York City Police Department to give security, helicopters, snipers, emergency service. You're going to have now all the attention. Now they say, well, when it was tried, when he was talking in Guantanamo, all his statements were made public. This is going to be in every paper all over the world. You're going to be stirring up these psychopathic people that wear those turbans who are Muslim fundamentalist terrorists.
We
have to be very precise.
You say a lot of this crazy stuff on Don Imus's show. And we have some standards here.
What I said, if I use the word I won't use the word.
Don't.
Point is, this is the same Eric Holder, we got to remember, that released the FALN murderers and pardoned them and was part of the pardon.
We're going to stick to the money here.
Okay.
Now, you're saying that New Yorkers are going to be stuck with this bill. But couldn't and wouldn't, I know you're against them having left Guantanamo, but wouldn't they be stuck with a big bill no matter where?
No, well, why would you have a big bill at Quantico?
I know, but that's not the case. I grant you that. But let's say they went to Nebraska.
Well, how about Pennsylvania, where the plane went down? Erect one of these steel little buildings, a temporary building, make it the courthouse, and have it there. You won't be in the body of New York City. New York City has been, always is a target. We're going to become a target again.
You copied that. I heard the author Vince Flynn telling Don Imus.
Do you know?
You copied that. That was not your idea.
No, I did copy from that guy.
Okay, fine.
But it was a good idea.
It was a good
But hold on a second. Did you know what jury you're going to get there? You're going to get a jury of New York people. Liberal New York people are going to be sitting on that federal jury. There is a chance that this guy can walk, along with his four stooges there, out. And what happens then? They will not give him, they do not give the death penalty, these liberal jurists.
The weird thing about this is that the administration has already hinted that if he did get off on a technicality or is found not guilty, that they would keep him locked up, which kind of defeats the purpose.
Excuse me, I thought we're going to use our Constitution in behalf of them. Now, if they get convicted, we're going to keep them in. No, don't play that game. Let's not make a mistake, Mr. Holder. Let's not get this thing too far.
It's going to happen. I know you don't like it, but it's going to happen.
It's going to happen. You know what?
I know. So then where does New York get these millions of dollars?
Well, they have to get it, and I think Senator Schumer has put something past to Holder about, let's get the cash up, Mr. Holder. Let's get it from the Attorney General's office, because this is a federal trial. It's not a state trial. It's a federal trial. It should be paid by the federal government.
But who do you really logistically bill? I mean, remember in Los Angeles, was it the LAPD that sent a bill to the Jackson family, Michael Jackson family, when it was $3 million to cover his funeral and everything else?
Yeah.
I don't know if the Jacksons are paying or whatever, but they more or less said they couldn't. But you've argued that is chump change compared to what we're talking about here.
No, it's going to be about $75 million a year, like I said.
How do you come up with that figure?
I read it in the paper.
What paper?
I read it in the real paper.
What paper? New York Post?
The New York Post, of course.
And it's a fact.
That's the paper of record. Right. And I read it in New York Post.
And I think that assumed that it was going to be a year or longer trial.
Yeah, trial. But my point, again, is Homeland Security has a budget, has a security budget. They have to tax that. We should not pay a red cent for them to be tried down in our federal plaza down there. It's wrong. First of all, I am outraged how we could give these murders. We forget 9 years ago. 9 years ago.
So what do you think of when a war hero like Bob Kerrey tells Don, I'm okay with this? Michael Bloomberg says, I'm okay with this. Are they out of sync?
Well, I think they're completely out of sync. First of all, these are not criminals. These are war criminals. They want the destruction of our country. Next, we should have tried, you know what we should have tried? The gentleman on the Japanese Zeros that came in at Pearl Harbor. Why didn't we try him in New York? Why didn't we try the Nazis in New York? We don't do that. We're at war with terrorism. These are war criminals. We have to do what we got to do away from here. Don't give them attention, because you're going to stir up all these other lunatics, and they're going to be martyrs, and they're going to come to New York, and we're going to get whacked again. And everybody's going to say, we're happy. Why? what happened. Bonnie Frank's going to say, well, what happened in New
Stop
York?
it. Stop it
Okay,
now.
all right.
This is
All
fine
right.
in the morning when you pull
Okay.
this stuff, but we...
All right, I'm sorry, Mr.
Please.
Bonnie Frank.
Stop it.
I'm just angry about this. I'm real angry about this. And New
Stop
York
yelling at me.
shouldn't
I
be a
didn't come up
target.
with this idea.
Because you got juice. We got to
I
talk
have
about
no juice
it. Why
here.
can't we stop
Stop,
this?
please.
Why can't we
please,
stop it?
Please. Continue it with Don or whoever
No,
else.
can't we stop?
Okay.
Why can't we stop it?
I don't know.
Please, let's stop it.
right.
Let's stop bringing
Please,
it.
let's stop you, because I have to go on to other things. Bo Dietl,
Neil,
seriously,
you are
very good.
You are the man of sanity in this world.
I am?
I depend on you to stop this.
Okay.
Thank you.
Are you leaving?
I do want to leave
Okay,
eventually.
so I want you to leave now, too. All right, Bo Dietl.